Good afternoon. This is Mr. Willie in West Virginia. This is your midday message. I have good news for you. I got up and I kind of straightened up my room, got everything organized a little bit. I even went through my drawers and kind of redid those, and I feel pretty accomplished. I started to declutter a little bit in my room. But I went to the gym, and as I was sitting there this morning in the jacuzzi just listening, they had a class going on there with a bunch of older women that were working in the pool. And at one point I was sitting there, and the chatter amongst them was deafening, and just kind of reminded me of the fact that at one point in time God realized that mankind had started to build a tower, and they were going to build it to heaven. And they were kind of exhibiting signs of pridefulness and believing that they could get to heaven by building this tower. And God and Jesus got together and said, you know what? There is nothing that this people cannot do because they are in agreement. And so they came down and confounded their language. That's a story in the Bible of the Tower of Babel, and all the people ended up speaking different languages, and the work on the tower ended because they could not understand one another. And as I was sitting there in that tub listening to the women chattering, I thought, I can't understand one single conversation that's going on behind me. Not one. You ever go into a room or be invited somewhere and you go in and there's so many different conversations that you literally get confused and disoriented, and it happens to me. I mean, that's why I kind of stay out of crowded situations. Even sometimes in the church setting when people are all talking and have different conversations, I tend to kind of gravitate away from that because it just kind of, I don't know, it just kind of causes me to go, ugh, you guys know what I'm talking about. The thing is that God came down after so many years of mankind messing up and trying to do better and messing up and trying to do better and messing up, and he sent Jesus, and Jesus came to set order to our lives, just as they did in the very beginning. In the beginning, there was no order, there was confusion, and Jesus and the Father and the Holy Spirit brooded over the earth, and they began to create things out of disorder. The Holy Spirit is a guide and a comforter, and he desires to come into our lives like what happened to me this morning. I just felt like, you know what, I can't just speak about having a complicated life and having a cluttered house or a cluttered bedroom. I've got to do something about it. So he kind of helped me to and it's hard because you start to take things and move things, and then you realize this goes here, and then you go in that room, and suddenly, oh my gosh, there's something that needs to be done here. And I ended up in the bathroom putting in a different towel, or fixing a towel rack, and of course you go downstairs to the basement to get the tools and the screws, and then you see something down there needs to be done, and my mind is really kind of squirrely at times, that I just want to try and I have to really stay focused on what the plan is, what the thing is, and not listen to all the different things that are pulling me in all these different directions. I was able to kind of sit in the jacuzzi, and eventually the chatter slowed down as they started to exercise, and eventually they got done and they all showered and left the room, and I was left in the jacuzzi with it being nice and peaceful and quiet again. So I would encourage you all, if you got things going on in your life that just seem like they're just static in your ear, ask for the peace of God, which passes all understanding, to rule in your heart. Because really it's an internal thing. It's not an external thing. I mean, at one point I was sitting there thinking, man, it would really freak everybody out if I just turned around and went, shut up! It wouldn't have been Christian either, but it was just a thought, a quick passing thought. Sometimes we all want to do that. You want to do it, but it would make you look like a crazy person. So I sat and I just kind of was at peace with myself and with my own thoughts and with the thoughts that God was giving me. And it just kind of, it was a nice morning. Jacuzzi, sauna, and shower, and out of there. Back home, and I got some things I'm going to do around here, and I don't know. Maybe get another word for you guys for this afternoon. All right? Hey, the Lord loves you. I did it again. I love you, but the Lord loves you more. All right? That's why he gives you his word through this most unlikely servant. Hey, have a great day. Peace.